Welcome back, sinners. This is the Outcast In-Laws. We are back with another episode 5.
Episode 5 for you. 6 total.
Yeah. Again. Oops.
Yeah, that really stinks that that beauty won't see the light of day. It's hidden down in Batman's caves.
Hey, man, we're just starting. We're just starting in the cave. We have not hit every vein of good episodes.
Yeah, we haven't made it down to bedrock yet. We're not at like negative 56 to get some diamonds.
Minecraft reference.
Yes. As that's what I've been doing
I'll do.
very heavily the last week.
The realm.
Yes, our new
But
realm.
we're still in like a square 1,000-foot radius.
Yeah. I did venture out today. It was like 4,600 blocks away from our houses, and I died and lost all my stuff. Because by the time I got back there, it took me long enough. My stuff despawned, and I lost all my diamond stuff. It was a sad day.
Yeah. If I ever go out exploring, I usually just take a sword, a pickaxe, and leather.
It's probably what I should have done instead of full diamond enchanted everything that then got lost. So now I got to start over collecting diamonds again.
Yeah.
It was all enchanted too. I had a lot of experience points or the enchantment points wrapped up into it. You live and you learn in Minecraft.
Life lessons
Yes, it is
by
rough.
Mojang.
Yes. Thanks, Mojang. Oh, goodness.
I think it'd be really cool if we ever like took off to have like a fan realm.
Ooh, that would be a good one. I wonder how big of one you can make, because I know some of those creators will have their own worlds and like hundreds of players.
I think at that point you just rent a server.
That's probably what they do. Yeah. It's one of those that I know ours is limited to 10. So first 4 people we can get added in there and you come play with us. I got 4 open spots.
It'd be our first 4 viewers.
Yes. That's not just us.
Yeah.
Because we're already in the realm.
Oh, we still have to add Ellie.
Yeah. Okay. The first 3 people. I've got 7 spots already filled. Oh, goodness.
So we ate before this time.
Yes. Yeah. Should not attack us as quickly this time because neither one of us are going in on an empty stomach.
Yeah. This time we're drinking a Streven.
Yes. This is a local to us distiller, and they do this specific distillation, this bottle of bourbon, every few years. This is a 6-year aged in Amish crack barrels. So if any of you are from around here or you're not, there is a Amish donut company. Oh my goodness, what's their name?
Rise and Roll.
Rise and Roll, and they make an Amish crack, which is a cinnamon sugar donut. And then there is a local beer company to us, Hoplore, that brews imperial stout, I believe, and they age it in these Amish crack barrels. And then Streven every couple of years buys those barrels off of Hoplore and finish ages their bourbon in it. So it ends up tasting like amazing cinnamon sugar.
It's very aggressive up front, but
Yes.
it mellows out and you get that cinnamon sugar in the back.
Yeah, I'll let mine breathe for a few minutes. It is weird because it's almost like a sour mash build. More sour up front taste and then really sweet cinnamon sugar on the back, caramely, just from memory. But that was the day we opened it, and it's been months now. It's been sitting in the cabinet with air in it.
2
so
months.
might have aged better or worse. I don't know.
Not bad.
It smells wonderful.
It's still just as bitey up front.
Ooh, I got a huge whiff of root beer in that one. That's an interesting smell. Getting root beer from them, I've never got that smell.
Still cannot smell very well. COVID had taken that from me.
Oh no, not COVID. We're
Not
turning into
COVID.
Joe Rogan, where all he talks about is COVID for hours on end. Well, I was listening to, sorry, Joe. I'm sure. Thank you for subscribing, Joe. The Woody Harrelson episode, and they talked. I'm like 2 hours and 19 minutes into the like 3 hour podcast, and it has been about nothing besides COVID and vaccines for 2.5 hours so far. It is not thrilling when you have one of like the most decorated actors of all time on your show, and you guys talk about COVID.
That was a crazy time in America, man.
It was. I'm just sitting here huffing bourbon. Sorry, guys. I'm sure it's thrilling to watch. It just smells. It's such an interesting, like cinnamon root beer smell to it. If your nose worked properly.
You eat more oranges. Need some a horse dewormer. That's what I need.
Yeah, get your ivermectin in.
Mm-hmm.
It almost tastes like cinnamon root beer.
So, did anybody watching make the list that was released?
Yes. Any of you on the Schmepstein list? Anybody else trying not to get Clintoned out there?
You getting phased one?
Mm-hmm. Where they found you, where you shot yourself in the back of the head 3 times.
What's crazy about that is me and Aaron have talked about this. I don't think everybody that went necessarily did something bad.
Mm-mm.
But now we're just seeing who squirms the hardest on the names that were released.
Yeah. And that's something we'll probably never know the truth of, is that if he is truly an agent of some sort, if it was Mossad like they had thought, or insert any other foreign intelligence agency, he was in the game of getting dirt on people.
Yeah.
Whether they were truly doing what is assumed they were doing there or not, their job, yet again, going on a limb, assuming this, conspiracies. We don't have the right bourbon for this. We needed the rabbit hole back. Their job was to compromise people, and they did it well enough that there are so many famous people and people of, high power and wealth on that list that whether they did something bad or not, they are compromised.
Well, if you're paying someone to compromise, what bad thing are you doing?
Yeah, this is true. I don't know who it is footing the bill to compromise. If it was, him to make money, a foreign agency for political prowess here in the U.S.
It's just crazy. It's going to be crazy to see how everything turns out. Probably nothing will come of it.
Yes, I assume we will never see anything. That they will yet again determine that it is too sensitive for the public to see. Meaning someone in high power does not want that list getting out.
Yeah.
I hope it does. They need to burn it to the ground. The establishment, small government, rise up. The government, not a rebellion, nothing like that.
Yes, we love government, just not a lot of it.
Very small government is my goal in my general libertarian beliefs there, that
oh man, the crazy
good government, not big government.
Speaking of like smaller government, the Doe shit's weird, man.
It is.
I don't want to keep on like the whole system thing, but some of the stuff we were spending money on.
Oh, it's embarrassing. And we've heard about that for a long time. If any of you are over like 13 who are watching this, of like the military charging like $1,800 for a coffee cup to like Halliburton or whoever it is, Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, any of Uncle Sam's favorite nephews that he just writes blank checks to.
Yeah.
Where they were building like McDonald's in cities we blew up in the Middle East, like, and they got no bid contracts on them. It's so much corruption.
Yeah. It's wild.
I'm just a nobody, and I can see that.
The markups would be great.
Yes.
That's worse than like medical markups, man.
which are also horrible. If you're watching this outside the U.S., you may not get the same impact on medication costs.
Or just like stuff from hospitals in general.
Oh, yeah. Like a bag of saline that's $900 and it costs $3 to buy for the hospital.
A $50 can of soda.
Yeah. I want to know how much a medical Miller Lite is. When you're an alcoholic and you go in and they're like, how much do you drink? Do you need a Miller Lite? And, that thing comes out with like a prescription label on it. And they're probably like, $89. Thank you for this 86-cent Miller Lite.
It's like, no, put the catheter in. If I'm paying that much,
I want it right up my pee hole.
I'm going to drink it in reverse.
Yes. Well, if up your butt's boofing. Is that poofing?
Spliffing?
Yep, spliff. Well, spliff isn't a spliff like a mixture of weed and tobacco rolled into a blunt? Is a spliff? Or is that a spiff? I think it's a spliff.
Or like this is the complete opposite of pissing. So it'd be, I guess, sipping.
Sipping.
It's the good old dick sip.
Yep. One for my homies. And then I apparently have had too much to drink already, as I cannot put my mouth on a cup correctly. So I had an idea when I had written this one down. You're stranded on an island alone, and you can pick 10 items.
10 items?
Or you get one other person and only 3 items.
I don't know. I think if you pick the person, it's going to show what kind of person you are right there. Because you'll be like,
Mia Khalifa.
Mia Khalifa, limitless condoms.
Limitless. Yeah, I guess limitless. I'm thinking limited. I'm like, that must just be for you. I'm good. Let's go with Danny Spiegel, because she's strong as shit. That's saying if I were to pick another person. I don't know.
If you're going like strong as shit, Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
She's married.
I don't know if I'd go with another person instead of 10 items.
No. Shit.
Because that's another person I got to feed. And if we go with someone super strong, they need protein.
Is it 10 individual items, or can I get like cases of things as one item?
Man, we'd have to draw some form of limit on it, because I'd be like, I want my 308 and 38 cases of ammo with it.
And how big is the island? That's the thing. Is it like a forested island where you can find resources, or?
Sure.
See, that changes. It's like if it's like a tropical island, like maybe like 500 feet in diameter, you're kind of just fucked.
Yeah.
But I would take stuff to keep my feet warm. Well, not warm. Dry. Keep my feet dry.
We'll say like appropriate clothing is one,
Yeah, appropriate clothing. That will
We'll loop all the items into that.
I don't know. A good cutting tool. A whetstone. So about 3. I'll take a pistol. A box of ammo to go with it. That's 5. Canteen.
And for argument, there's fresh water on this island.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's get I'm bringing a desalination station so I can drink salt water.
Okay, so I'm at 6. What else would I need? Fire starter. I could probably make a fire, but I want to be sure,
Yeah.
An axe.
Yes, that's a good one.
Let's see. Did I already say good shoes?
Oh, I'll assume that was with the clothing from earlier.
I'm at 8. a journal, just like keep morale, and then what would be my last one? 30-pound bag of weed.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know. Clearly, I'd go in.
We didn't freeze up, did we?
No, we're good. I had to check it just to make sure. Clothes. Going to go with one of my over under 12 gauges. Probably a case of ammo, mixed, because you don't know what's out there. Fishing pole.
I have to change my last one.
What's a what?
A backpack to carry everything.
There you go. A backpack. I'll prefer and I'll pick my med kit backpack because it has supplies and I can put things in it to carry it.
Oh, when I'm saying like one that would be like hike ready, like a wet bag.
You're one of the Fallout. Oh, what are they? They follow around the knights.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, like
The
caravan
scribes,
bags.
and they had that giant backpack on. That was 5. Man, I'm running out of things already.
Fire starter.
Yeah, fire starting kit because I'd be in there with Vaseline soaked cotton balls, strikers. This is just stuff I have in my bag, anyways. Wax dip matches, strike anywhere matches. I think I have 2 or 3 different types of lighters in there. So we'll say fire starting kit. Was that 7? I already said fishing pole. Knife and stones. Man, yeah, axe. A good axe.
I mean, what are we doing to try to get yourself
Tarps.
rescue? Yeah, tarps. That'd be good.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. I might have to get rid of one. I'll say with tarps, I get like paracord.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yeah. Because I'd have that all wrapped around it anyways. But yeah, because then taking one person instead of 10 items, now you have someone else to feed and you only have 3 items to share between the 2 of you. But you would be more sane and they may share some of the workload.
I don't know. I'm funny as hell. Leave me in another 50 days. I'm good.
It's fine. It's fine. Go away. I don't want to leave. Yeah. Man, that just does not sound like fun, which is like part of the reason I never want to go on a cruise. I'm sure I will at some point, but Castaway did me in as a kid, so I know that I don't want to live that life. Does not sound fun.
Well, luckily, most everybody has a GPS unit.
I have one right here on my hand already.
And most of them are satellite-driven GPU units now. Not back in the day where you had to pay extra for the GPU, GPS.
Yep.
I am not having a good time with words today.
Words are hard.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It'd be rough. It also depends on like the terrain. Like, if you are in a snowy area, like you get stuck in Alaska,
you'd want much more clothing. Yeah, that would. I guess we should probably lay out the scenario at one point or another. Then that might.
I love watching Outdoor Boys. Hi, Luke, if you ever make it to this channel.
Yes. Hey, thanks for subscribing. I don't know when I wrote this. What is your ideal birthday?
Okay. Do you want to go first on that one? Or?
Yeah. Everybody just leaves me alone. Pretty awesome day.
Mine's actually the exact opposite. So I'm viewers. I'm a twin. So my birthday has never been really about me.
So you want your sister to die so that it's only your birthday.
Man, I shouldn't have wished that as a kid.
You sure didn't wish that as a kid?
No.
Not at all.
No, but it's never been really about me. So like, I've had birthdays, and it's really like all what my sister wanted,
Yeah.
and it's just like, okay, whatever. It's not me being salty. It's just how life was. Like,
Yeah. I did not have that.
it's really nice, like someone planning, like just someone to plan something especially for me. Like, which has happened a lot more since I've older. Like, you guys have like thrown me a party and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, yeah. Not necessarily stuff, or just like to feel like effort was toward me and not just, oh, we're just having a party to have a party.
Yeah. I'd say bring me a new gun and leave me alone. Just drop it off. Happy birthday. Bye. And I'll be like, yes. Quiet.
I'm also quite a bit more social than you are.
Yeah, I'm not. I do not like big crowds. I do not like things being about me. Which is so funny because every now and then I'm like, they didn't notice me. I tried so hard and they didn't care. Ooh.
They didn't know. In the middle of a quarter of a party, they don't know I spent $2,500 on my over under.
Yeah, they don't know. I better get it out and tell them. What do you guys think of this bad boy? Can't just throw them back in, man. We'll get all confused.
I can. We didn't use it. Oh, man, this one's a good one.
Okay.
All right. The Outcast In-Laws takes off.
Yep.
Who would you want the guests to be?
You already know mine.
Well, I know. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try for you. Number one,
Yeah.
Villa.
How'd you know?
Let's see. Demolition Ranch guys. You probably went on here.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
Maybe to just talk about his life and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that'd
depending
be-
on which Bam we get, if he's actually sober or cracked out. I think he's currently sober, so let's say that.
Probably some survivalist guys like I don't know if you ever watched Man vs. Wild. I'm assuming you want people like that to pick their brain.
Probably Steven Ranella.
Gun people.
Yeah. Gaston Glock.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be neat. But we need a time machine or a genie to bring him back. Or John Moses Browning. If I get that. Yeah, it'd be Villa for sure. Would be up there. James Gandolfini, if I had a wizard and a time machine. Who else? Michael Imperioli. I'd love to talk to him. He's an amazing actor.
Mine would be one of mine would be probably, I can't think of his name. The Canadian guy.
Ron Jeremy.
No, I'd probably have Jordan Peterson.
The Canadian Kermit.
Guy that has like
It sounds like Kermit the Frog.
I don't know.
Super intelligent guy. He's interesting though.
I want to pick people's brains from both sides of
Yes.
the political spectrum.
And the autism spectrum.
That'd be fun too.
Yeah. Oh, so we're getting Elon. Oh, goodness. Yeah.
We get like Stephen Hawking's
Mm-hmm.
and then someone else on the other side.
Yeah. Man.
Mhm.
Trying to think who it would be. Like, I have my handful of the ones I've, quasi idolized my whole life, but to gain information from them, it would just be hard to pick.
We'd have to talk to them before the show though, because it'd be
Yes.
like starstruck.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh, here, this sacred guest Villa, and then you're just like, "Ugh."
I've met semi-famous and famous people before. And my approach is what I suggest for everybody. They're just normal people. Most of them are not giant dicks. Just talk to them like normal people and be polite. Be courteous of them, of the fact that they are regular people and are trying to live their normal lives. They just have a cooler job than the rest of us, where people know who they are. So I'm sure they would just appreciate the hell out of that if you were also respectful to them.
I don't know. There's some people out there that are like, sign this.
I know. I'm sure that gets annoying. I'm not that way. I would not be like, will you sign my wallet because it's all I have on me?
Will you sign my baby?
Will you sign my tits? Because now, if Villa would sign like my stomach tattoo, I'd then go get that tattooed. But other than that,
I think that would be a fun episode having Villa on here.
Yeah, I think it would be.
Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
Oh, of course. And Edgar Wright.
Yeah. When we finally get the studio built, there's going to be a Cornetto trilogy posters.
Yeah.
You're going to have a.
Mm-hmm.
I love them and Shaun of the Dead, World's End, Hot Fuzz, and then Paul.
Yeah.
They were in Land of the Dead. Well, Simon Pegg was in
Simon was in Land. Yep. As a zombie. He was a zombie.
Absolutely anything was fucking hilarious.
Did you ever watch Spaced, their TV show?
No.
That's hilarious. Because it's pretty much the entire cast of Shaun of the Dead all on a TV show about, I think it was friends who played video games obsessively, you know, matches most of their other movies.
Yeah.
But quite good show. I haven't seen it in 16 years or more now.
Or I'd get the guys from the Mighty Boosh on here too. Noah Fielding. I don't know the other guy's name, but Noah Fielding, he's the GOAT.
I'll act like I know who that is.
He's the guy that plays Old Greg.
Oh, okay. Yep. I do know who that is, but I don't know him by his name. I know Old Greg because he likes to go to places where they have parties that they wee on each other.
Mm-hmm. I go to a party where we wee on each other? What?
Do you love me?
But he was in a music video for a band called Casaban, and it was called Vlad the Impaler. You guys want to look that up? It's a pretty good song.
I'll take your word for it. I have never heard
The
of
vast
that.
knowledge of stuff that I know. It's like a single highway. It's like I can see how you got there.
Yeah. Single track highway.
Yeah, single track highway.
Kind of like a dirt road into the
If
desert.
two cars try to go the separate way, it just
If two cars try to like become one car from the front by pulling part of the other car over the front of the other car.
that's my kind of highway.
Yes. Oh goodness, that'd be the best highway to be on.
Oh, dude, I'm just imagining a car with foreskin now.
You know, it'd be like a panel van, dude. Be like, come on.
If like you hit the brakes real fast, it just
Yeah. That'd be a good one.
have fun in envisioning that, audience.
Yes, that's the best of visions. I just love it. I'm going to tell everybody I know about it. If you could, one show that ended, bad ending, or you don't think they wrapped it up correctly, you get another season of any show that has ended.
So this is gonna be a hot take.
Hot take, Harold. Here we go.
I think they should have stopped Supernatural at season 5 and went a different way with it.
Okay.
When it was more about like the monsters.
Actually hunting the monsters.
Yeah. It didn't get too full of itself.
Oh no, Dean. It's a Wendigoon. Grab Dad's book. Let's see how to kill him. Oh, well, you need a silver bullet dipped in fairy asshole to kill one of these. So glad I've got 5 of them in my pocket.
Sam, I'm trying to save you, Sammy.
I can save myself, Dean. Oh, yeah, that'd be one. I don't know. It got really good once
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like some of the older season stuff.
Misha came in.
Like Misha, like Castiel, if you guys
Yeah.
remember. Like The Darkness, The Mark of Cain, and those were good seasons. But some of them are just flat.
Yeah. Status quo episodes where they're just making more of the same thing they've been making forever.
Like some stuff that's like was super good. They like went like 2 episodes about it, and then you have a whole Leviathan season, and it's
Yeah.
like trash.
And Jeffrey Dean Morgan should have been in way more of it.
And they killed Bobby.
I know they killed Bobby. That was sad.
Fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm. Idiots. Mine would probably be Lost.
Oh, dude.
The ending was absolutely terrible. I wish they would have taken it a season further and came up with a real ending. It had an ending, was not great. And out of self-indulgence, Sopranos or Entourage or Boardwalk Empire.
I never watched Lost.
Lost was very good.
One I wish we would have gotten more of. Freaks and Geeks.
I've seen singles of episodes.
I think there's only like 16 episodes, 13 to 16 episodes.
2 seasons, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think it's just 1 season.
Oh, it might be.
Yeah. It got really good. And then I thought there were more seasons, and nope, it's just the 1 season.
Yeah, that stinks when you get it too with that one. That's like a laundry list of great actors are in it that they get cut off so short when they should be, multi seasons.
But it's a cult classic now. It's like I don't know why people didn't dig it back then, but it's like, oh, you know what was really good?
All the Canadians in this show.
Hey man, you got Jason Segel and Seth and James.
Was Jay Baruchel in it?
No, I don't think he was in it.
Well, he's always with that crew.
I think he came in later.
I
Either that or
really
he
wish
wasn't.
my watch would quit dinging every 2 seconds. Sorry if that's getting picked up by the mic.
I don't think it's loud enough.
No. I'll quit mentioning it then.
Yeah, that's one I wish would have taken off more.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good shows like that. They're like a few seasons.
Oh, yeah. One of mine was right before COVID. It was Walton Goggins. I always want to say Walter Goggins. Walton Goggins. The Unicorn. I believe it was on Netflix or could have been Hulu or Prime, something like that. But he was a single dad, widower, where his wife had died and he was raising his 2 daughters. It was a great show. And it made it 2 seasons in, and COVID shut everything down. And through that, it got canceled. It was a great show, too. But we now have Walton in Fallout.
Yeah.
And that's
As
an
the
awesome
Ghoul.
show. Yep, the Ghoul.
I want to see if they bring the sex robot in.
Oh, they better into New Vegas. Season 2 better have a mission for like Lucy and Maximus to go find the sex robot for the weird bar guy.
Yeah. Oh, they just throw the courier missions in.
Yeah.
Some of the courier missions, that'd be badass.
Yeah. I can't wait. I am really hoping they go deep on the New Vegas lore. One of the grittiest of the Fallout games.
I just hate that there's so much time in between seasons now.
Yeah.
Like you got The Boys. It's like you won't get an episode until 2026.
Mm-hmm.
And then that, I think they
Same
come out
thing.
this year.
For which one?
It's 2026, right?
For Fallout?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's next year. Yeah.
And then the Last of Us.
Yep. Didn't watch the first season, so it's one of those that if it's not a show I'm super hyped about, I'll just wait till it's completely done and then watch all of it. Fallout's probably one of the only ones I watch current because I love Fallout.
Oh yeah. Fallout's
Yeah.
definitely one of the ones that I will keep current.
Yeah. Trying to think of what her name is. Lucy.
I don't know, big wide-eyed.
Yeah. Hot chick.
Can't think of her name either.
Long pause there. I don't know. It has escaped me today.
Speaking of movies, I had a little show idea pop up in my
Oh
head.
yeah, please. I'll tell. I have one too, so we'll go through that.
So they were talking about the Schmepstein
Oh,
files.
Schmepstein
So
Island.
I got like a show idea.
Okay.
So the list comes out, right? I'm gonna pitch it to you. The list comes out, and if you guys are watching this, the date is the 1st of March, 2025. So right there, this is my idea.
Yep. Patent our podcast again.
Okay, so it's after the files come out, they arrest all the celebrities that were in there, all the way down to like voice actors and like puppeteers and shit.
Ooh.
So they have it in different blocks. Like A block is like A celebrities, all the way down to D block, which would be like the hand puppets and the voice actors and stuff. Minus Tom Kenny, he'd be in like A block. If he's on the list, I'm not saying Tom Kenny's on the list. Don't
I don't even know who that is.
SpongeBob.
Oh, okay. Well, a lot of that lines up to where SpongeBob and Epstein's Island or Schmepstein's Island.
The Nickelodeon.
Yes.
Oh,
and
man.
The feet and
But
math checks out.
anyway, the show would take place in the D block. Like, so you wouldn't have to get any mainstream actors. And if the show took off and they were willing to be on the show, they could be like in there.
Okay.
But it'd just be like everyday living of the people in D block.
Yeah.
It'd be like, oh, I got to go to A block once. I was Martha Stewart's bitch for a week.
Yeah. Just being in there for insider trading.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. That'd be a good one. Yeah, I had a thought while you were talking about it. I'm like, oh, I'll say this. Gone. I will not say that now. Yeah, kind of like celebrity rehab, but
Yeah.
celebrity prison.
Oh, but it'd be a crazy fucking show.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd be very controversial.
Oh, I guarantee that. That would go without saying. I was hoping when he said even down to the voice actors that I can never remember his name, but he was Boone in Fallout New Vegas. He's in
Oh shit.
Fairly Odd Parents, I believe. He's Eric's friend in Boy Meets World.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I always forget his name.
Shit.
But yeah, he gets left out. Hot take of certain actors and actresses are too much of a gift to go after. Like a lot of people say that with like Kevin Spacey. They're like, I don't care if he diddled boys, leave him alone. He's an amazing actor. I don't think he's that great of an actor. He is a fine actor, but
Do you think
he would not get that pass from me there.
Do you think that there are untouchables in that situation?
Oh yeah.
Like even if it was like they were part of the worst, do you think that their skill as an actor?
It would really depend.
Like-
if it came out and you're like, man, Roger Moore, rip,
That's
was really into diddling kids back in the 40s, but had since cleaned up his act and made the most James Bond movies, I think, of any actor. I'd be like, probably let that one go. He's already dead. We're not, post-mortem coming after people.
well, I mean, yeah, I mean that goes without saying. You're not exhuming corpses
To
put 'em-
punish him. Your punishment is 36 floggings of your corpse.
I don't know, man. I don't know if like some of that could be forgiven.
Yeah.
It depends, like how up. If you were like a ringleader, then probably not.
Yeah. How egregious were the acts that each person? I mean, if in Schmepstein's Island, we're assuming that it was, for the blackmail type of deal, that there is physical proof of this other than just a flight log.
Yeah.
The evidence might be so damning that people would not be willing to turn a blind eye for someone's skill or ability as an actor or musician or politician, whatever it is.
So, I mean, that raises the question: at what form does the art outdo the
The artist.
artist
Yeah.
sins, you know.
There's a lot of them. A lot of
'Cause
those
there
artists are crazy.
There was one guy in 1939. He used to paint.
If they would have just let him into art school.
If he would have made better paintings, maybe we wouldn't be where we're at
Yes.
today.
If there was a young Schmadoff Schmittler that just made it into art school, there might be about 30 million more people on this planet.
It's crazy to think about, like, the duality of people like that. But, like, there's just unforgivables. Like, I don't know, like, actually going as far as doing that stuff with someone who is underage.
Yeah.
I think that would be an automatic, you're gone.
Yeah. I guess that'd be where the proof comes. Proof's in the pudding.
Yeah.
Whatever truth they find may be damning for a lot of people. I don't know.
I would like to be well known, but I don't want to be famous enough where I'm blackmailed.
Yeah, I just want to be rich and unknown.
My goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
That would be perfect. Yeah, so I had an idea. I was on the treadmill the other day. Walking. David Chase, I know, longtime subscriber. Thank you. If you would like to reach out so we can write a revisionist history of The Sopranos. So if you've watched all of them or not.
I've watched a few seasons.
So there's a point in which Adriana Lacerva, Drea De Matteo, Drea De Matteo. Sorry for butchering your name. I know, another longtime subscriber. Becomes an informant for the FBI, and she is trying to convince Christopher Moltisanti, Michael Imperioli, to run away with her. And Christopher decides not to do that, and he goes and confesses to Tony that Adriana's the rat. So Silvio Dante takes her out in the woods, out by the Pine Barren somewhere, and caps her. And Christopher attempts to move on with his life. So the new one is Christopher ran away with Adriana. They left into witness protection. Now, clearly, we get modern day Michael Imperioli and Drea De Matteo. And they are now, it's like their children. They were finally able to conceive through IVF. I know she wasn't able to have children in The Sopranos, which was a bone of contention between the two of them. Or maybe they adopt children. And it is like them trying to live normal lives, like out in the middle of like Wyoming or something, where nobody would have heard of who Christopher was. And then the hijinks that their kids are getting into, and that he has to come out and like start being shady again to protect their kids. And then they find out, oh no, my dad's a badass. And
So kind of like Sopranos meets like A History of Violence.
never seen that.
Oh my God, you've never seen
No.
that? It's got the guy.
Like Soprano John Wick type deal.
Yeah,
Maybe not that much of a badass type of deal, but
You guys will know in the comments if you've watched it. He plays Aragorn on Lord of the Rings. Viggo Mortensen.
okay.
He,
I know the name.
it's like that. It's very much like that. Like he worked for the mob, and one day, or some crime family, I don't know. And one day they came looking for him when he moved away with his family.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. And who knows? It could be like a semi-comedy type show, as a lot of those spinoffs are.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the Sopranos movie, The Many Saints of Newark, was hilarious. I don't know if they intended it to be a comedy, but it was funny. Whoever it was that they got to play the young Sil is hilarious. How he got his hand gestures down when he was walking. That was great. I heard he had studied a lot of time with little Steven Van Zandt to learn how he'd hold his hands when he'd walk while he was playing Sil. while he was playing Sil. I whispered that word. While.
I hope that picked that up. That'd be
I would love it. It would be great, just to see. And then I'd even thought like they can use the footage from The Sopranos as like flashbacks. And, shocker, now Christopher's in, wow, words just escape me. He is
one of
seeing
those
a
days, man.
psychiatrist. He's in counseling and he keeps discussing all these bad dreams he has, and they're literal flashbacks to actually how The Sopranos ended. So like he didn't go with her, and he keeps having these horrible nightmares of where Syl's dragging Adriana out in the woods to kill her, but that clearly never happened in this series because she's alive right next to him in bed, and he wakes up, and she's like, what is it? Which one was it? Was it where I died? Was it the one where Tony did not die in the last episode? What is it? And it's all just bad nightmares because revisionist history, it changed. I think there'd be a lot that they could play off of that. Words. The movie studio they had where they made their slasher movie. I'm spacing what it's called. But they had like contacts, and like he sees some of them in public and like kind of recognizes them, like, oh, that's that person from like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But do they still know me? And he's trying to cover up his Italian, New York, Jersey accent and doing a poor job of it. But then like when they go back home, they speak completely normal for them, but then keep having to put on these fake accents when they go out places.
Hey, where are you originally from? I'm from Tennessee.
Yeah, from Tennessee.
This guy is fucking shady.
From Gulf Shores, Alabama.
From Boston, Tennessee.
Boston. Yeah, I just had that. I don't know why all the TV show thoughts I have like constantly revolve around Michael Imperioli, but they really do. Maybe because that's just where I live at in my head is
Dude,
that era of television.
Anything crime
It's like
or
rubber cork.
or anything with Keanu.
Yeah. That'd be a good one. Get him an actual TV show, a series where he can really build a character.
Keanu. That's one of
Yeah.
the people on the show. Keanu.
Yeah, he'd be interesting. My worry, so I thought of this, is that we would be dull as fuck. And they would be like, what the hell am I doing here? These people are not interesting to talk to. They are just normies
Yeah.
from bumfuck Indiana. What do they have to say?
We're just talking about stuff that's funny to us and our weird ass sense of humor.
Yes.
Keanu's like,
I don't know how to answer this question.
it'd be weirder if you vibe to it, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, some of them you'll hear, like listening to that Woody Harrelson episode. He strikes me as such a normal person that we'd probably be able to have a conversation with him. Versus some of the people seem so damn uppity that I don't know how well we'd vibe with them.
No. I think we'd have to do a vibe check with, like, if we ever got to a point where we are having celebrities on the show.
Oh, next week, I'm sure.
Goals.
Yeah.
I think a vibe check. I don't know.
Yeah, feel them out. Because if it's just going to bomb, then just don't record it. Or record it and we just won't post it, like episode 4.
You know what would be a really funny episode?
What's that?
You know who Nardwar is?
Yes, that guy that like deep dives musician history.
We do a fucking deep dive
On
Nardwar. And like, you're Nardwar. We have to know.
We have to know. Is this your first album? And he just pulls it out of his bag. Is this true? You were on Juicy in the Backside? Song number 4 was your first take ever?
Nardwar, I heard he's like one of the nicest people.
Oh, I'm sure he is. He seems super nice, as people don't freak out on him in those videos. Clearly, he's a nice person.
Oh, back in the day, they used to all the time, man.
Yeah.
Who was it? It was Oasis that freaked out on him.
I can see that. An awesome band that self-corrupted and could have been way bigger if they could have just got along. But family disputes and such. And sitting there being like, oh, we're bigger than the Beatles. No, you did not end up being bigger than the Beatles. Maybe you could have been, but the path you guys ended up taking did not play out well.
It was the fake it till you make it approach. And they faked it and did not make it.
No. Yeah, I watched an episode of them on... It was like the music that made us, and they had a whole episode dedicated to Oasis and the battle in the 90s for British pop rock.
Outside of Wonderwall,
Yeah.
I fucking know none of their music.
Champagne Supernova. And then was it Don't Look Back in Anger? Was it Sprint or Singular Wireless? One of the cell phone companies used Don't Look Back in Anger as their theme song, so I'm sure that.
Wow, corporate sellouts. Oasis, you
Yeah.
fucking corporate sellouts.
Wow. I can't believe you guys ever made that much money to begin with. More than I'll ever make in my life, I'm sure.
6 episodes in, we're already calling out people. Come at me, bro.
Why not? Elon Musk. Pff, you only have like $260 some billion.
man.
Clearly, you don't know what you're doing. My goodness. Do it. Flip one. Flip one. Flip it.
One era of clothing for the rest of your life.
One era of clothing. Okay.
Shit, man, I'm in that life right now.
You've always wore this clothing. Man, you know what's great, though? Is I spelled... Oh, I actually did use the correct your. I thought I used the wrong your.
Perpetually wearing basketball shorts and comfortable shirts.
Yeah.
Not because don't like to dress nice. I do have nice clothing. I just am about comfort.
Yeah. I'd say current clothing would probably be the wise choice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I get to look the same and not age, and I can pick like 2007 when I would be wearing like girls' jeans and rainbow studded belts and my hair all awesome.
I don't think that's what the question meant, though. It's a single kind of clothing for the rest of your life. So you'd have to be like 2008 clothing, Wes,
Yeah.
at 63.
Yeah, but I don't want to age.
Well, that wasn't part of the question.
No, because then you're that weird person. So I'll pick my current clothes because that would fit probably all age ranges.
No, same.
Yes, basketball shorts and t-shirts. Classic.
Now let's go. Let's make it annoying. The most annoying way we can do it, and fucking windbreakers.
That's one of my annoyances with a bunch of my hunting gear that's waterproof, all when I'm walking around. And I'm like, it's a good thing I'm bird hunting because any deer or anything you had to sneak up on or go hide from would hear me coming.
Would that be the most annoying way to live? Just pure fucking windbreaker.
Yeah. Your favorite cheap and easy meal. And I spelled favorite wrong.
Favorite?
Favorite.
I don't know. Hot Pockets.
I know. You are the Hot Pocket master.
I don't eat them much anymore because I'm trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
You know, I could always get down on some Mexican food.
Yeah. That's good. My lunch is the same every day. Pretty
Yeah,
cheap and
same.
easy. I just make a vat of it every Monday and pack it through the week. But one of my guilty pleasures now with an air fryer is the tater tot rounds, not the full tots, just the little coin sized ones.
Tater coins?
Yes. And like nugs. Throw those in for like 15 minutes at 385. Those
Telling you,
so
man.
good.
Telling you. You got to get some of the... sponsor us, Purdue Chicken. You got to get some of the tenders.
Yeah, I'll have to try that. Because we have some the kids and Erica weren't a fan of, which was like the Sam's Club chicken bits, and it has like dill seasoning in it, which I had heard from guy at work, that they're really good. So we bought some, and they weren't a fan. I haven't tried them yet. Been trying to watch my cholesterol because I'm getting old. Yeah, so I'm trying to cut back on nighttime nugs.
Get some Cheerios, man.
Well, here's the kicker. I have to watch my cholesterol and at the same time watch my blood sugar. So I can't trade like protein and fats for carbs because then my blood sugar will go up. So I'm really stuck in this middle ground there of
Add
trying to
more
balance
salts.
those. Yeah, I need to add more salt.
You need to bring your blood pressure
My
up.
blood pressure needs to come up. Probably
finally
alcohol does not help. It drops your blood pressure.
I finally got down to a normal blood pressure. I was rocking like super high. Finally hit 124/70, and that was great.
Yeah, you were nearing stroke territory that day you texted us.
I was level 2
Yeah.
almost every time before that. Stage 2 hypertension, and now I'm down to normal ranges.
Yeah. I would very much adore being in normal ranges as well. I'll hit that when I get there. Like I went to the doctor like 2 weeks ago and they get me up on that little thing and they're like, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. 120/66. That's excellent. I'm like, that's high. Like, oh no, that's perfectly in the normal range. I'm like, no. I'm saying for me, because I'm stressed right now that I'm in a doctor's office. That is high. Mine's normally like 100 to 108 somewhere over low 60s. And I am now reaping the rewards of having low blood pressure where I get weird vision issues. And when I stand up, my chest will be pounding. And
It's the same for high blood pressure.
I
too.
know it is. And then everybody's always like, do you mean you have high blood pressure? And I'm like, no,
As in-
it's low.
Your heart is struggling to pump the blood to keep it pressurized. Mine's struggling to pump it because it's so fucking pressurized.
It's so pressurized. Yes. More. Turn into one person. We'll just have right down the middle blood pressure.
Yeah, but I've also dropped like 15 pounds.
Yeah, that's great. That will help. That was one thing I was reading for my fasting blood sugar. The range, the top is 99, and mine was 99. So anything 104 to 110's pre-diabetic. I'm trying to stay out of that so I don't have to start taking like metformin to control my blood sugar, which is strange to me because I've been hypoglycemic my whole life. Apparently, I had thought I was anyways. Actually, I knew I was hypoglycemic. It had been diagnosed. But apparently at some point that wore off and I cannot just eat whatever I want to anymore and get away with it. So now I'm having to make conscious decisions like no nighttime tots and popsicles.
Not the nighttime
Yeah,
tots.
the night tots. They got to go. Or not every day.
I think cutting out the lunch ramen really helped me.
Oh, I'm sure getting rid of that 2 grams of sodium from one serving. That's how they get you with those ramen.
It's so good though, man. Like,
Yeah.
I can't find it anywhere. I don't think they make it anymore. The Korean barbecue, man, that was my weakness.
I remember that one. Yeah. I always got either the spicy chicken or the spicy beef, but that Korean barbecue was good.
They have like a whole bunch of new kind of ramens at Walmart now. And we went to Walmart to go grocery shopping, and I was going to pick up a thing of ramen, and I put it down to get some stuff to add to my yogurt.
Nice.
Like healthy life decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Bulldog, however you say it. It's that kind of ramen.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. We'll get, I think it's Shinron ramen. And it's black. I like the black one. Or the golden, which is a spicy chicken, is super good too. I don't know why this is making me very belchy today.
Same. I thought it was because we had Chinese food before this.
I don't know. Might be this. Maybe it's Maybelline. Yeah, that was okay dinner tonight.
Yeah.
So I told Eric, I was like, man, if you would have told me we were going to get like, that restaurant's normally banging. We've
Yeah.
ate there like 10 times. It's normally great. But that was like, okay.
You can't beat the price though.
No, that for 4 people at a buffet with drinks and everything being 52, that's not horrible at all. But I told her, I was like, if you would have told me ahead of time that's the quality we were going to get, like the reheated, I'm like, we could have just gone to the one that was 8 miles away instead of the one that was 20 miles away.
The sushi looked good there.
It did, but they wanted $1 a piece, which is not bad for a roll. I constantly will pay like $15 for a 4 to 6 piece roll, but I am not chancing buffet sushi at all.
Well, they had a hibachi too, so
They did, yeah.
you could have went hibachi.
When the Great Wall was still in Wabash, I had buffet sushimi.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it was so gross.
How was your asshole after you got done shitting?
I didn't. It was all I had to chew it up because it was not, I'm guessing not chilled properly. It was more like room temp sushi or sashimi, the raw fish sitting on top. I think that's sashimi, where it's just the rice wad with the meat on it.
Yep.
And it was
sure.
like chewing meat flavored jello that was like slightly too rubbery. And it grossed me out so bad. Now I will eat that stuff up like crazy, but at the time I did not.
I don't know. You went to Ninja Express
Yes.
in Wabash.
Yeah.
That was like middle of the road sushi.
For a sushi restaurant going into a previous Hardee's that closed, they did pretty well. I swear they had the same exact menu as Yamato and Sushiko. It might be the same owners.
I think there's only like a certain amount of rolls you can do.
Yeah,
It's like
that's true.
There's no future innovation in the sushi industry. It's there. Is what there is.
And there's only so many Asian people in between Wabash and Warsaw, Indiana, that they might own both the restaurants.
Yeah, I mean it was good. It was more expensive for what it was worth.
Yeah, but it wasn't bad. I only ate there like twice. When it was a Hardee's, I ate there so much. Man, let's throw back to when Hardee's was great. I mean,
Carl's Jr. Hardee's.
Yeah. What's the other one? If it's a Carl's Jr. Red Burrito, they're like Mexican style.
Oh yeah.
I think, was there one in Marion?
I don't know, man.
I think there was right by Meyer. I think there was a Red Burrito.
And was it before Meyer was there?
Might have been.
Because I'm saying, like, I grew up in that area. So
I swear that's where I had seen the Red Burrito.
I know there used to be a Hardee's there.
Yeah.
That's it's now no, it's Hardee's again.
Is it?
Hardee's left. It became like a different restaurant, and now it's Hardee's again.
Nice. I loved Hardee's. I hated them as a child because they were not McDonald's or Burger King, and my dad would always be like, "Come on, we're gonna go get a cheeseburger at Hardee's. We're going to Hardee's, you know." And then as an adult or older child,
Give me that fucking Frisco melt any day, baby.
oh fuck, Erica, we'd go at like 3:00 in the morning. She'd get a Frisco melt, and I'd get what was it? The $5 burger or whatever it was that was boasting. That tells you how cheap they were at the time, that they were boasting $5 for being expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be
What was
great.
it? It was the thick ass fucking. Are you talking about that thing?
Yeah. And they had the monster burger or whatever that was like 2/3 pound.
Shit.
It was so good.
They had one. Yeah, they had the one I had. I always got the one with the blue cheese on it.
Did you throw some peach chipotle on there?
Oh, that's so good, man.
Ugh.
It was blue. It was liquid blue cheese though, not.
Yeah, that doesn't make it better. They had a Western, it was barbecue
gonna look
ranch
this up.
turkey burger.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. And we would go there when I worked a 5-hour energy. We'd go on our lunch because we got like a 45-minute unpaid lunch. We'd drive over to Hardee's, me and my friend Chris Webb, and we'd go, or Zach Youngblood. we'd kind of like rotate who was going and go get some burgers for lunch, and it was solid. And then Hardy started like going away from the thick burgers and just went down to like regular cheeseburgers.
Was it the Monster Burger?
I think so. I think I could
The
never
thick
finish one.
burger. It
Yeah.
was a thick burger. That's what it was.
Oh, she thick.
They were fucking fire, but they were a mess.
They were. I'd always get those. I think they had like a jalapeno something or another I'd get.
They were so big, you felt like a little kid eating a regular sized burger. Now.
You're like, my jaw doesn't open enough.
And then you got like stuff on your side of your mouth.
Oh, God, it's like a Ron Jeremy video all over again. My jaw doesn't open up far enough. Stuff leaking out.
They were fucking good, though.
Oh, I miss them. Like, they had the flavor that Burger King fakes putting into their food, where they add that flame broiled, I swear it's just like liquid smoke they put in. Not given they could have a actual charred type grill in a Burger King. I've never worked there. They are okay in flavor. I wish they would quit with the thin ass giant wide patties and go to like the quarter pounder size patty, just because my preference. So they should do that for the entire world, clearly.
All the stackers at Burger King, though, were
I
fire.
hated that.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. The cheese to meat ratio was so wrong. There was so much fucking cheese. And it was...
And the sauce.
I love real cheese, but melted cheese in meat, it gets this consistency of like glue in my mouth, and I hate it. I'm just like...
Well, that's oil-based
Squish,
cheese.
squish.
Like,
Yes, it's not good.
But like regular milk base, it would be stringy.
I'd almost rather the patties cool a little and my cheese stay solid. Because I would enjoy that flavor much more than it all be like this liquid load of cheese that's just semi-congealed because it melted and then cooled again and is now like just... What I imagine chewing a horse foot before it gets turned into glue is like, all pectin. Just a mouthful of like cheese flavored Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
Oh, no, I don't think Burger King's that bad.
No, I don't think they're bad at all. Like, I prefer the ratio of like their junior Whoppers. Those are solid.
The Bacon King.
I can't say I've had that.
Or the ranch, what was it? The Ranch King. It's like a barbecue onion ring burger.
That's probably good. Yeah. Any of the barbecue and ranch, it's a good combo.
I don't know. The burger I had at the Man Cave was probably...
That was pretty good.
My only complaint is that...
Let us know. What is it?
Man Cave in Wawasee, Indiana. Get hotter jalapenos.
Thank you. Okay. So, guys, we both got the same burger. I had the exact same thought. What did we get? It was like the Diablo or the Inferno, Satan's asshole burger. Lucifer's burger.
Yeah.
I don't know what bland ass bitches you are making this sandwich for. Those jalapenos tasted like bell peppers, which is probably what they were. Or maybe they were a poblano. They were not like a fresh jalapeno. I'm sorry if they were and they were just mild. That shit happens. But this burning Lucifer sauce that they had on it, that it was like, oh, try to handle the intensity. It tasted like tartar sauce. I was like, yeah, that's not hot. I don't know who tasted this and was like, whoo, white boy, that shit's spicy. Put it on there. And I'm like, you fucking bland ass bitches.
Listen, on the outside, I may be white. On the inside, viva la picante, okay?
Yes. I am very like Thai on the inside or Indian from India. I want my shit spicy. I want to have to be like wiping my nose because the snot's running out. Now, given I don't want it too hot, like to punish my intestines once it makes it there.
Like that hot sauce I brought.
Yeah, that's the limit. Any hotter than that, and I am gonna like, yeah, that's hot. I don't want any of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that had what?
It had Trinidad Scorpion, habanero, Carolina Reapers, and something else. Ghost chili.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. It was odd how much it tasted like tomatoes.
Yeah. It was very flavorful.
Yes.
But it also kicked like a fucking horse.
Yep. It was like, that tastes like a salsa. And then I'm like, oh, there it is.
It was a Clydesdale salsa.
Yep. It just kicked you right in the mouth. Now you got dentures for the rest of your life, and not like full ones because you weren't smart enough to have them pull all your teeth. So now you got like a partial bridge that you got to pop that bad boy out to eat every day.
It was definitely good. I finished it all. I put it on burritos though.
That'd be good. Something else to like dilute the flavor a little. Add to it, I suppose, not dilute it, but
I like the flavor of it. The heat, it brought the heat down a little bit.
yeah. I love like restaurant style salsa. I love a thin salsa. I don't like the huge chunks in it because then I'm like breaking chips on it trying to get a giant like quarter of a tomato on one.
I don't mind chunks. I just want like it water enough to scoop.
Yeah, that's true. It always bothers me with like, sorry, Chi-Chi's, a Chi-Chi salsa, and you pour it out, and it's like, why is the liquid like texturized too? Like you can almost see the strands of texture in the what's supposed to be liquid. And I'm like, I'm gonna eat this because this is what I have.
But like some of our favorite restaurants in my town is their salsa is very inconsistent.
Yes. Latroje, you guys are on blast. Sorry. Texture wise is always the same. Flavor wise is all over the board, which I get it with fresh salsa. This stuff happens because peppers are never consistent in flavor.
Not complaining.
Yeah. If you guys are using jalapenos or serranos, you can pluck 5 of them and you're going to get 5 distinct different flavors and heat profiles. So I get it, but I'm like, man, you think you guys is like, nope, not hot. Just throw that one in, grab like 3 more of the hot ones, get them in there, get the flavor, get the tapatio out, bring them to the table right away. I love that salsa. So good. Like a bitter heat chipotle salsa. So good.
My favorite, tapatio. And then this is going to sound weird because one of my favorite salsas is a white guy salsa. It's the Gordon Ramsay Hell's Kitchen.
Never had it. I buy a lot of the Private Select Kroger brand, and they have a it's like a chipotle version. It's good. I saw they had a tomatillo one, but I am not a fan of those. I've tried them. They're too like zingy. They're almost like sour, and that's not my bag, baby. So
that kind of thing is not my bag, baby.
But you have this book written, Tomatillo Salsa is my bag, baby.
Tomatillo salsa and me. This kind of thing is my bag.
Oh, no, I'll go with the Private Select restaurant style. They now started selling it in the like 20-ounce jars, so that's wonderful. Because I go through like the jars this size, one a week.
At Aldi, they have the Aldi brand salsa. And I don't know why, but it's always been a consistent,
It is good. Yeah, I'll get a couple of them. They have one that's like a black bean corn. That one's good.
Just the basic mild is pretty, it's pretty on.
If it's the 4-pepper tomato salsa, whatever it is, I get that one a lot when we would go there. We don't have one around us anymore.
Aldi, DM us. I'll send you my
Aldi
address.
or Trader Joe's. Either of the, I'm spacing your guys' last name, brothers. Reach out to us. Oh my goodness, what's their last names?
I don't know who you're thinking about.
It was two brothers, and when they came from Germany, they, I believe, the Aldi was the family brand in Germany, and when they came here, one of them got Aldi, the name brand, and the other one split off and took Trader Joe's as their name. So it's actually, if you trace it back, all the same company, just two different brands. Man, I am spacing it. What
But
their last name
one is
is.
for low income families. One is for
Bougie ass people in
bougie-ass
cities.
people in the cities.
Mm-hmm.
It's where they put like. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to say it like that, but like
That's how it ends up.
if you go into like a bad city, Aldi.
Yeah.
You go into like a bougie city, Trader Joe's.
Mm-hmm. Is it the Bellamy brothers?
I have no idea, man.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Leave it in the comments below. You know, all our wonderful subscribers. Villa Vallo, thank you for subscribing years ago. If you could please tell me who the brothers are that run Aldi and Trader Joe's.
Gordon Ramsay, we know you're here. You
Yes.
probably have some insight on this.
Yes, you were probably there. You probably angrily yelled at them that they are an idiot sandwich, and
This chicken is raw. Well, yeah, it's in the freezer section. Gordon.
it's still in the raw chicken section. It's still wrapped in plastic. Gordon, please calm down.
Oh shit. We're fucking
Oh,
beefing with it.
We're punching up today. Let me tell you, just we're not reaching anybody though. I'm sure.
It's kind of like weird that we went on the subject of food because
Yes.
that was like our last subject was you're on death row. What's your last meal?
My last meal.
Are you gonna be like one of those people that are super defiant even in death? Like, I don't want anything.
I don't know. I mixed opinions on death row. Period.
Are you life imprisonment?
No, I'm gonna shoot him on the spot.
So well, that's a subject.
Yep.
We'll come back to what our last meal would
Yes.
be.
So the average cost of housing an inmate, now given I 100% agree there are people in our prisons who should not be there. Anyone for nonviolent drug charges should be released. That is just a profit stream for the government and privately owned prisons. Nonviolent crimes that do not affect anybody else are, in my opinion, not crimes. And those people shouldn't be in there. But those who are proven without, the reasonable doubt, the murderers who they have on tape doing it and this stuff, blah, 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 the horrible, completely proven without a doubt ones, a 9mm is about 9 cents.
So, okay, listen here.
Mm-hmm.
I see your 9mm bullet and I raise you.
I mean, we can make it cooler and we use a 12-gauge slug.
We let the family of the victim decide what
I'm
they
fine
do.
with that. Well, because then there's those seldom few who will be like, I forgive you, you can go. And then they go out and murder like
They
9
can't-
more people.
They can't leave.
Now, if they want to murder them however they want to,
If
I'm
they
fine
are,
with
if they are
this.
stone cold killer, they can't leave. But
No.
if the family's just like, I don't care, just let them do what you have to do, then we'll go the old school, like 9mm.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if there's family that are like, oh you killed my 2 daughters, this is what I'm gonna do to you. I think that they should have every right to
We'll say without
ethics being in there.
Yeah, that's where it gets sketchy because there is the cruel and unusual punishment laws and rules of now if they want to be the one to like I'm fine with that. Now if you're like I don't know because I get it from the other side. If you were like this murderer, please don't be people, and you were a sick fuck and you like tortured some innocent child by like cutting them up and keeping them alive through all of it, and the family wants to do that shit to you afterwards, I'm fine with that. Yeah. But then you now created another crazy murderer. So that's where it's kind of this gray area where
that could be a weird
it.
one where it's like the person who does it finds out they like it.
Yes, and then it's Dexter, and they only serial killers. that they try to be friends with.
I don't know. I think there's going to be people later on, if they see this video, they're going to be like, I don't believe in the death sentence.
Yeah. I believe, really hot take, bring back public executions.
I like the guillotine.
Oh, yeah. Right in a town square. Yeah. Live on TV. In these countries where they still do this stuff, given we are a first world country and we generally tend to hold ourselves above everyone else, even when our government does the shadiest shit possible, we will put our nose up at other countries who do less shady things. But if you go to these countries where, like, thievery, they chop your hand off in front of the whole town, people ain't stealing shit. Because they watch Bob, the mercantile dealer, grab 2 candy bars on accident, forgot to pay for them, and lost a hand for it. Those kids learned that lesson, and they're not going to do that stuff.
Well, also, like, this is going to be like a weird take on yours. They live in a country where they're already in poverty.
Mm-hmm.
They're already impoverished people. We live in a country where impoverished people have the hope, not even actual hope, like the mirage of hope that they're going to come out of it.
Yeah.
When we live in a system that is built to keep you spending.
Yep. We are the world's largest consumer good market in the United States. We buy everything.
And you can tell, like, how much of an issue that is. And when they got, like, companies, we're punching up really hard with this one. Apple and all of them who put out a new phone every 6 months.
Yes.
And then after 4 or 5 phones, they are not able to stay on the system without, because they'll lose updates.
Yeah. They purposely outdate their own hardware, so you have to buy a new one. Profit driven. I mean, that is capitalism. It just sucks as the people who then have to deal with it on the not making the money end.
And I grew up in a pretty impoverished family.
Mm-hmm.
I've slept with the roaches and
the cans of corn.
And the cans of corn.
Give me a can of corn and a Diet Coke. I'll be fine.
Completely different story. If we get big enough, I'll tell you guys that story. But yeah, it just sucks.
It
like,
does.
I'm doing quite well for my family.
Yes.
But I've also moved away from a town that doesn't pay above $7 an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to get out of those places a lot of the times. You will get looped into accepting life standards for the pay being given by the companies in those towns.
I will say this as someone who has been there. If you see someone stealing food or baby formula, no the fuck you didn't.
No, I didn't see shit. Victimless crimes.
Yeah.
Getting into giant corporations. I am not encouraging theft at all. That is not the point here.
But people need to eat.
Yeah. You know, it's hard out there. I understand with the level of money we make now and how hard it is to pay for everything. I can only imagine being just starting out again, or when we just had 2 kids and I had the only income at like $13 an hour for 4 of us, a house payment, a car payment, the credit cards.
I mean, people say like they don't notice the inflation. And it's like, it's bullshit, man, because
it's up so much.
I was making $10 an hour and and Aaron was going to school not making money, and we're still doing okay.
Yeah.
But now, like, we're both working and it seems we're doing worse.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I many of times said, if I could have my level of income now and the cost of living is as high as it is, even though we're in Indiana, it's pretty low comparative to the rest of the United States. Versus our cost of living when I made literally half of what I do now. We had so much more money when I made half of what I do now. because everything costs so much that it's just like Arkham's razor. You're getting cut one way or the other, but
also now we're not renting,
yeah,
and renting is the biggest bullshit ever invented.
waste of money. You're padding somebody else's pocket. Now, given now the interest rates are so high, that's got to be hard.
It's not even that. Like my house, if I were to rent it, it would be like $1,300 a month, and that's without utilities and stuff included.
Yep.
But I own it because I worked my ass off to buy that house, and now my mortgage is only $750.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the fuck, man?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
slumlords running things.
And granted, we live in a nice enough where I can warrant $1,300 for rent. Yeah. But if you got a house that you turn into a quadruplex, whatever you want to call it, and they're each paying $1,300, and your mortgage is $750 on that, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, you are extremely profiteering that. It hurts the town.
Especially if you're a company that buys houses to rent.
Yes, they buy them all up.
I'm going to say this. If you own like 2 or 3 extra houses and you're trying to like be fair about it to an extent, I'll give you that you're not a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But if you own like 10 or 15 houses and you're making a business out of this.
Yep. That's rough. It ends up hurting the little people. Mm-hmm. Oh, man, we went off on a tangent there.
So,
last meal.
I'm going to go big old juicy prime rib.
Oh, yeah. What sides you going with?
I'm going to go, this is going to sound weird, Wendy's fries.
Okay. Like current Wendy's fries?
Like the sea salt Wendy's fries. I'm going to do the red potato salad.
Ooh, nice.
And some of your gyoza.
Oh, man, now I have to cook for an inmate?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay, we'll do that one, and then we'll come in with one with like a dollar amount limit.
Okay.
Mine would probably be going with a big ass sirloin. I am not a prime rib fan. I do not like any fat in my meat. Give me like a 16-ounce sirloin, a baked potato with salt and butter and pepper. I want no sour cream in that. And chili would probably be one of my ones. And let's wrap that up with like a churro for dessert or something like that.
Let's see what I would go ice cream brownie.
Ooh, that'd be good.
For dessert.
Or key lime pie might be another one. I love key lime pie.
Or a cheesecake blizzard.
Hear me out. I bring my grandma back from the death, Grandma Mary, and she makes me a sugar cream pie.
Oh,
there we go. I have to like post-mortem extract my grandmother to make me a sugar cream pie when I'm on death row. Man, life's just great.
We're bringing a lot of people back and punching up on this.
Yes, episode. We are. Okay, let's do one for like $15.
$15?
Yeah. What are you getting for your last meal?
I'm going to bring back the Chick Star menu at Taco Bell.
Okay.
I'm going to get 3 of the chicken wraps. Mm-hmm. The cheesy Fiesta potatoes bowl.
Yeah. Nice.
And a Baja Blast and regular Mountain Dew.
I will go with, I want like 1 soft shell taco. No, sorry. Get rid of that.
Are you going Taco Bell too?
Yeah. Volcano taco.
Oh, yeah.
A volcano nacho. I want a Baja Blast. That's probably like $8 for those right there. And then I want, man, I got to think fast.
I just do all that.
I got to go cheap.
I'd do the same thing, but I'd get it drenched all in volcano sauce.
Oh, that'd be so good. McDonald's holiday pies for dessert.
It's just a clump.
Trying to keep it cheap.
Just a clump of sugar, man. Like
It's so
I
good.
like sweet stuff, but like McDonald's pies, not my.
Just the holiday one. That's the only one I want. It's the only good one, in my opinion. They're all fine, but that one's just so much better. Yeah, that's probably about $15. Maybe add more tacos if I didn't meet the standard. Or maybe go like, a volcano taco, volcano burrito, volcano nacho, Baja Blast, McDonald's holiday pie.
What is it? What are they called? The flatbread tacos at Taco Bell.
Cheesy gordita crunch. Chalupa.
Chalupa, yeah. I'd get the volcano chalupa.
Ooh.
I'd get the cheeseburger pizza from Papa John's.
Oh, nice.
Cheesy burger pizza.
I don't like it, but that's nice.
And 2 liter.
Nice. I would go with the steak chalupas, add nacho cheese, no sour cream. Those are so good. That could be subbed in there for some of the volcano stuff. They used to have a blackjack taco, which had a black shell, and they used pepper jack cheese on it and had like a zingy sauce or something they put. Oh, it was so good. I lived in Kokomo when they had that, and I would drive the like 2 blocks over to the nearest Taco Bell and eat that like every day.
I may be biased, but I think the best era of Taco Bell is when I worked at Taco Bell. They had the best food. That's when they got the Frutista Freeze machines.
Oh, those were good.
They had the what were they? Empanadas.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Carlos empanadas. Trying to think what my favorite thing they've ever had was. I mean, the volcano stuff I love. And then you could do like the volcano nachos hot or extra hot, and they'd put like a pound of jalapenos on top of it. That was amazing. I think
Angry Whoppers too.
Those were good when they actually made them angry. I went in. We were probably we had to be like 16 when those came out
16,
because I
17.
drove there, and I go in and I think we were on a golf tournament or something I was at, and so we go into this Burger King to get some food, and I was like, oh, this new Angry Whopper, I can try it. And I was like, okay. The lady, I was like, I'd like an Angry Whopper large with a Coke, and she's like, oh, do you want me to make that like angry? I was like, I want you to piss it the fuck off. I want it hot. And she was like, I got you. And I swear it came out with a layer of jalapenos on that thing that was like an inch tall. I'm like, thank you, lady. Somebody got it.
Just gonna sizzle, like fry the jalapenos too.
Yeah. Oh man, you go to those places that saute the jalapenos and onions together and put them on there. Brings out that heat, the capsaicin out of it.
Start sweating before you do.
Oh, it's so good. Do that and actually smother it in some pepper jack. Man cave. Actually have hot jalapenos on your cheeseburger.
Just listen. It would have been a perfect 10 if you would have had. It would have been hot.
Other than that, yeah, the flavor of that burger was excellent. The cook on it was great.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like it's probably my top favorite burger if it would have been hot.
Yes. If we both had the chorizo, sweet potato poutine. On that one, they needed some peppers or something in that chorizo to make it have heat.
I won't get that again. I'll probably just get basic poutine.
Yeah, me too.
We're far enough north where poutine's actually here.
Yeah, we're getting I don't know, we're hours from the Canadian border. So I mean, northern Indiana, we're probably
2 hours at least.
30 miles from the Michigan line right now. So but yeah, the heat from the poutine or from the chorizo in the poutine was not enough to offset how sweet the sweet potatoes were.
Yeah.
So it was just overly sweet dish. And that's not me with potatoes.
No. I did like the salsa and sour cream as a touch.
They were good.
Yeah.
If I could have then just had like
waffle fries.
just regular waffle fries with it, it would have played well together.
More salsa too.
Yes. And like some fresh jalapenos on top.
Because when I think poutine, I think wet.
Yes, it has to be the gravy and the cheese need to break down and just.
It was just sweet potato fries and chorizo, and they gave you like a small cup of salsa and a small cup of sour cream.
It was very good, just too sweet for me.
If you guys are ever going through Wawasee, Indiana, and you guys watch the show,
Yes.
please stop into the man cave. Show them some love.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
It was very good food. And we rolled in like an hour before they closed too. We got in there at like 8 or 8:30 and they closed at like 9:30 or 10. Yeah. And it was still very good for being that close to their closing time, that they weren't pushing us out the door or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And there were 8 of us. It's not like it was just the 2 of us. It was very good.
Yeah, we were still pretty toasty off of the podcast beers.
Yeah, we had our podcast beers, and then we went in and I had another key lime sour beer there. It started out really bitter. I think for that sour, they had too much hops in it. So it gave it a bitter acetone overtone taste to it. But then it was after the first drink and I got that like wash of acetone flavor, then it tastes like key lime sour after that, and it was really good. Yeah, the burgers were awesome. The poutine was greatly cooked. It was fine. Just my palate, it was too sweet. We'll go back again. That was one I contemplated today of being like, man, we should go back. But I'm like, that was just last weekend. Maybe next weekend.
Yeah, maybe next weekend.
We'll at least split it up to where we're not that family that shows up every weekend.
It'll be what, 11 of us next week.
Oh, goodness.
Probably 12.
That will be a big ass table.
Because we'll have our other brother-in-law and our sister-in-law here and their baby.
Yes, see if we can get the third of 4 brother-in-laws in on this podcast with us. That should be interesting if he'd be willing to or able to.
Just have to ask him in advance so I could
bring a third mic,
bring my
get
third
set
mic over.
up.
Yeah.
Might be interesting. Or he might just pass.
Like,
I decline. Thank you. You
or
guys
he'd get
are
on here,
weird.
he'd be like, you guys are talking about some weird shit.
Yes, you are talking about things I don't want to be a part of. Oh, goodness. That would be interesting, I'm sure.
But it would be fun to see it next week.
Mm-hmm.
How we doing on time there, brother?
Hour 47.
Ooh, it's like a
But I
long one.
think the first like 10 minutes were us making random sounds and just waiting to start, because if any of you who are watching of our like 20 viewers we get, if that per video.
That's why I started off calling them sinners. Because
Yes. Hello, sinners.
some of our stuff comes off as pretty cursed.
Yeah.
Especially when we're drinking.
If any of you make your own videos, you know this is like sometimes the most awkward thing you're going to do in your life is talk to a camera like there's people sitting in front of you. It would be less awkward if we actually had a cameraman and we could just include him in the conversations.
So I can't look at the camera. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be antisocial camera, but like our light is
now.
right behind the camera.
It's so bright. It is a foot behind the camera and 4 inches above it.
We try to do something different with the
Yeah.
lighting.
See, there's no giant shadows anywhere. Not casting shadows in our faces, which is good. But the downside is we get this bright ass light right behind the camera. So that's going to be burned into my vision for a few hours, I'm sure.
But yeah, it's definitely hard to try. And we're still trying to find our footing. We're just getting more comfortable with it. And like I said, like I'm not really pushing our stuff out
Yeah.
because we're still like trying to find what we're trying to be.
And it's in one of those where I want it to be semi-natural. I don't want to force this on my friends and be like, everybody go watch my podcast. It's super good. Give us a thumbs up. Come on, guys. You're my friends. We went to school together.
Bro, why are you not downloading my
Oh,
episodes?
come on. Download it twice. Like, grab your wife's phone and download it on there, too. Yeah, like, somewhat of a natural growth at first would be nice. We've got to learn, too. A lot of the times, it will feel like a not natural conversation.
Yeah.
And when we get to where it is a flowing conversation, maybe when we get guests in here to where we're then truly, experiencing a new perspective on these things, a conversation may roll easier, more naturally, like just us truly talking and not
And I don't think
Yeah.
like, don't get me wrong, I like whiskey. I don't think
Mhm.
I don't think this be one thing that we constantly like try to review
No.
before like on the episode. I think we might start doing like separate reviews.
Yep. Random things. It doesn't have to be alcohol. As I had mentioned that earlier, we were having a conversation where I was like, man, we might need to switch this up. We're strongly becoming an alcohol channel, which was not the purpose of this at all.
And it's going to be hard to generate growth with
Yes. And specifically with no theme. If
Yeah.
like we were the bourbon cast, there are so many of those, but it might just because of that gain bourbon followers. If we were the gaming podcast, we might gain people who play games, so on and so forth. The gun cast, the whatever.
we do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we do a little bit of everything. So it may actually take us longer to naturally grow because we don't hit on any one thing very heavily.
And if you're in the comments and you want us, you think we would be really good at talking about certain things, feel free.
Yeah, let us know. We'll talk about them. Two dumbasses rambling through life. It will probably let you down, as that's what I get in my life.
And I'm sure once we like we're going to be building a studio, and I think we're going to do 3 different sets on it.
Yes,
correctly?
that's the
I'm
goal.
correct. So I think that the goal with that is to have different episodes be about different things.
Yeah, we can have a bar set where I'm gonna all my bottles of bourbon get up on a rack behind us, or the new ones I'm picking up. I'm trying not to buy so damn many. Oh, and thanks, Frank. I got 2 more bottles for us to try upstairs at some point. He hooked me up this week when he came back to work. He was off for a week, and he came back and instantly hands me a bag. He's like, hey, there's a Woodford Reserve wheat and another one I cannot remember the name of because I can't say I've ever heard of it, but it was another bourbon, and thank you.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't want to fall into. Like, I like drinking whiskey. Don't get me wrong. I just don't want to be like, oh, those guys that drink whiskey and talk about weird stuff.
And maybe, and guys too, yet again, if any of you record any of your own podcast videos, any media, I suppose, this is to be able to get me to be able to talk in front of a camera because I'm still learning this.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I will talk a lot, but it would be nice to maybe, if this is here and it's just off there somewhere,
Yeah.
and this is not a point of our discussion all the time, that might be nice as well. Currently, we're still learning what the hell to talk about, so this is one of our talking points, as it's a centerpiece on our table right now.
If we can just strike the gold of episode 3.
Just without it messing up.
Well, I think we got a handle on it this time around.
Yes, not recording on every single device, just on the one, which, I mean, it does introduce its own demons. If we lose that one track, it's
That
gone.
one was doomed, though,
But that
because-
one, because we recorded double on the audio,
on the
camera, and on my computer, so we had 3 recordings going.
And then the first one was the camera stopped recording about
Yep.
30 minutes in.
It did.
And then, but it stayed on OBS.
Yeah.
We recorded on OBS and the Rodecaster, and it doubled audio on the Rodecaster. Like, it fed into, grabbed the audio from OBS and then brought it back. So we got double audio.
Yep. So try not to do that ever again.
But it'll be cool, like, to have that in an instance like where we don't have a computer with us.
Yeah. Just be able to boop, record on there. Be one of those if we get into ever just audio only stuff, but
Yeah.
that'd
I wouldn't
be
mind
easier.
it. Like, I've done audio only podcasts. Like, the stuff we did over the internet was audio only for a while. I think we only did like 3 video
Yeah.
episodes.
But I guess that would kind of eliminate our YouTube audience that we're growing. Thank you for subscribing.
I plan on making more different kind of content with us. Like, I figured, like, if we're doing vlogs and shit, like us making, like, building the studio and shit.
I was to say, real like blogs, I am much more confident in writing things than speaking in front of a camera. But yeah, we could do vlogs of the building, just little updates. Join our Discord, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'd say Spotify, but they keep deleting us.
I wouldn't mind doing some firearm videos.
Yeah.
That'd be fun, like with range days and shit.
Yeah.
I just got to get a different camera.
Yeah. One that'll run like 60 frames a second or something.
Yeah.
That's in the works too. Looking through those, trying to find one. Strike that point of value versus quality for them. If any of you do make YouTube videos and you have cameras, let us know, please, what works well.
It wouldn't be
High frame rate.
I think it would be better if we could use the 50 millimeter lens, but we don't have enough room back that way, so we have to use kit lens. So it kind of gets fuzzy.
It does.
That's why I kind of moved it more closer to us this time, so it's not like struggling to bring us in.
Yeah. You guys are right here with us. Thank you.
But we are pulling up on the 2 hour.
We are rapidly approaching. If we go 4 more minutes, it's 2 hours.
Kind of afraid that
the camera's going to die. It's just like, just black screen.
So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys would like to hit that like button if you liked the episode. If you guys want to see more, hit the subscribe. We upload weekly.
Yes.
Unless something bad happens.
Yes, and we lose one, and then we'll put one up the next week, but we'll put it up earlier than we had planned on.
We were 1 episode ahead, but then
now we're just keeping up.
We got sick, and I got sick, and then we had that oopsie.
Yeah, so we may have to do like a double weekend at some point and get one more ahead.
I'm gonna try and properly YouTuber this. Thank you guys for watching. Tune in to the next one. It was great being here with you guys. Until next time, cheers.
Cheers.